Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
A conference organized by UNESCO on ending impunity for crimes against journalists was held in Colombo today.
Previous regime ruled through a brutal campaign of fear, violence and intimidation and attacks on the media that sought to silence their views at all costs. Of course, some media supported them. Dissident voices were cracked down upon with absolute force. White van abductions, threats to people and their families and murders were the consequence of making a stand against the tyrants that held our country hostage. Causes of crimes against journalists were systematically not investigated. We have given people back their rights and we now have a free media. Open inverted commas, close inverted commas. The destruction of evidence by the previous regime impacted court proceedings. But we have ensured that new proceedings are undertaken and proceedings for at least 5 of these murders are underway, inquiries. And further proceedings will follow. But we will go further and ensure that all cases of attack and harassment on journalists that have been raised are fully investigated. We will bring those responsible to justice. Now, when you look at this audience, there are 2 heads of organizations, both belonging to the government, and 1 editor from the non-government sector. They should be attacking us, saying you have not yet looked into the cases. I don't know whether they will put my speech today, because some of them did not fight or stand up for the journalists. They prevented them even coming for our meetings, but we are committed to it. They were more interested in keeping the Rajapaksa regime going. So today they would do anything to bring this government down, to bring Rajapaksa back, ensure they make their profits, and journalists will be gone back.
Not sure whether it has already been instituted, but we were looking at how we could bring in the legislation to be able to take evidence via video conferencing. In the Keith Noah case, if that comes through, I think we can make serious progress on the case. I'll just take a couple of more cases. I don't want to take too much time. Prageet Teknaligoda, for example, we are in a debate. The CID says they want to go the whole way. The AG says let's go with what we have now, where we can go for an indictment on a kidnap charge. We're in a debate. The CID feels that we might be able to go for a murder charge even where there has been precedents somewhere in the world in a case where you can go for a murder charge even without being able to find the body. CID has asked for a little more time, and we're playing, that's where it stands. The Lasantha Vikramatunga case is a complex case. We've come to a stage where we have to identify the users of 6 telephone numbers. We think we know the institution that use these telephone numbers. Few technicalities within our own agencies and environment, which we need to sort out. But we are committed to going through those steps.
You heard the views expressed by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. You heard the views expressed by Minister Sagar Ratnayaka. Well, the timing of these statements that are being made are very interesting. Joining me tonight is Faraz Shaukatli. Faraz, good evening.
Evening, Ramesh.
Faraz, to me, all this seems like a well-scripted drama. What do you think?
Absolutely correct. You've chosen the right words. This is a drama. And there are some principal, shall we call them actors or directors?
I would say directors.
Oh, indeed. And here they are. But you better tell me who these
Sure.
people are.
People like Ranga Kalansurya, Nala Kunawardana, Toby Mendel from South Africa, and Sanjana Hattotua.
Right.
Now, interestingly, Faraz, the NGO organization that Ranga Kalansurya is linked to, that is IMS, International Media Support, is one of the principal organizers of this event that you heard these stories from. Now, the question is, when journalists were being attacked, when media institutions like ours were being burnt down, did you hear any of these people speaking out?
I believe not so much as a whimper. That's the problem, you see, which leads me towards a belief that there is some agenda behind this, and that what could that agenda be after all? There is no war or whatever now, and so their agenda could only be to take advantage of what has happened to our fallen colleagues, our colleagues who were attacked, some who were killed, and others who were harassed no end. And like our friend and our colleague, Lasantha Wickrematunge, was very much part of our network. He was killed while driving one of our cars in a high security zone. He was our friend. Where were these people when all these things happened to them?
Now there is another interesting thing. Minister Sagar Ratnayake, we don't really see Minister Ratnayake in media briefings and other events, but today we saw him at this event.
He was there in all his glory, Ramesh.
And he was answering questions that were raised during a panel discussion as well.
That's right.
What do you make of this?
Well, I think they were, it was, like you said, it was part of a well-orchestrated drama. And they were, even there, however, they were clutching at straws. Because after all, they've been in power over 2.5 years, and they've been unable to say anything concrete about, let's say, Lasantha Wickrematunge's murder investigation. They said that they are in a discussion with another matter. What discussion? After 2.5 years, they spoke with great deal of sort of agony, put on agony about Lasantha's murder. But where has it all led? Apart from serving their own interests. These are the people, if remember, Ramesh, who wanted to bring in some sort of draconian piece of law,
exactly,
in which we journalists would have been forced to disclose our sources. We would have been gone to jail.
Exactly,
and so on.
They could impose fines on us.
And they could have imposed fines. This is what they plan to do, and it's a little bit rich having this sort of drama going on.
So, how fair is it for these individuals to speak about impunity against journalists when their backgrounds, their past
if I may say so, Ramesh, they have got no iota of responsibility to talk about what happened to the media, or about this doing away with this impunity and so on. They've got no backbone to stand up for that. That should be left to the real journalists. We've earned our stripes, if I may say so, to talk about this, and we don't need others to talk to us about ethics. Instead, what they ought to be doing is they ought to be getting out of their air-conditioned rooms, out there into the villages, and experience and feel the pain and agony of the ordinary people of this country. That's what they should be doing, and they should be doing something about that, not appearing in some sort of drama in an air-conditioned hall.
Thank you, Faraz. Well, that's it from here. It's back to the news studio.
සියලු දෙනාට මම එක දෙයක් කියනවා. සියලු දෙනාට මම කියනවා බොහොම පැහැදිලිවම කොලේ ඉරාගෙන ඇඟේ හලා ගන්න එපා. කොලේ ඉරාගෙන ඇඟේ හලාගෙන
Don't regret after messing things up for yourself by your own actions. You won't be able to wash away the stink or stain no matter how hard you try. You need to clearly understand this. Think about the country, its people and the issues that they face. Don't think about power, don't follow personal agendas. We don't need people appearing before the media and trying to act tough. We need responsible leaders who love the country and the people. We need a group of people that act intelligently. This is what the country needs.
කරන පිරිසක් මේ රටට අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ.